Ahoj chat, čau čau čau, ahoj, já vás vítám na dnešním streamu, měl být původně day off, ale tak rozmyslel jsem si to a rozhodl jsem se, že čtvrtek, pátek zavedu RetroKoutek a pojedeme starý gamesy. Takže jsem se rozhodl, že dáme Call of Juarez Gunslinger. A to byla pro mě taková první jakože větší střílečka, no. Takže to no. Takže to asi nebudu dál zdržovat a pustíme se do toho. Takže zahájit hru. Dáme příběh. Dáme normál, ať se s tím nezdržujem. Teď si všímám, že opět nejde zvuk. Už by měl fungovat. Sorry, nešel zvuk, omlouvám se, neslyšeli jste hru.
Don't I know you, sir?
Don't believe so. I haven't been here in many years. Name's Silas Greaves.
Silas Greaves? The bounty hunter?
Used to be.
What are you doing here in Abilene?
Just passing through. Got a little business to take care of.
Well, sir, it would be an honor if you would allow me to buy you a beer.
Hell, son, it would be my honor to drink it.
I'm Molly. Howdy.
I'm Dwight. That's Jack and Steve. Ben's behind the bar. Oh, I bet you got some great stories.
A couple.
Any of them true?
Jack, be nice.
A few.
What about your shootout with Henry Plummer's gang in Bannock, Montana? Is that where you started as a bounty hunter? That's what it says in this here dime novel.
Don't believe everything you read in them dime novels, boy. First man I hunted was back when I was riding with Billy the Kid.
You knew Billy the Kid?
Damn right. That scrawny son of a bitch had no fear. Wouldn't back down for nobody.
I heard he collected the 10 stars off any crooked lawmen who crossed him.
It was a war, boy. The Lincoln County War. And Billy promised his regulators would take the life of every bastard who helped bushwhack John Tunstall.
Kid had a big chip on his shoulder and a hair-trigger temper. Made him dangerous as hell.
Moment, chat. Sorry chat, omlouvám se. Tady každý otravuje v nevhodnou chvilku. Jsem chtěl ještě... Mě tady nejede... Mě nejde přes můj ten, co pojet. Triguje to volen, nebo tam nestreamuje? Je tady, Juarez, už to vidím. Ale... Dobrý, už to vidím, už to funguje, dobré, omlouvám se, zdržoval jsem to, jedeme na to.
It was about 30 years ago. Billy was hiding out in an abandoned farm near Stinking Springs. I threw in with the kid because the man I had sworn vengeance on was riding with Billy's enemies. But before I tell you why I want that sumbitch dead, let me tell you what happened that day. I was heading back to the hideout when suddenly I had this funny feeling.
Funny, haha?
No, Steve.
No,
the
Steve.
other kind of funny.
Zajímá mě, na kolik to běží. Na 200 FPS, 260. 300. No, je to starší kousek, no. Je to starší kousek, ale pořád dobrý. Tady jsou krabičky. Tak dalej, toto tamto, jedno s druhým. Čet, kdyby to moc řvalo, tak já to ještě to zkusím stáhnout. Ještě to zkusím stáhnout, ale mělo by to být cajk, no. Kdyby jako... Tiskni o. Jo to o.
You heard Pat. We need to stay here to keep an eye on the road.
That's not fair. We're missing all the fun.
I knew those two morons would never let me through. I had no choice.
What the hell? Shoot that sumbitch!
Was it Pat Garrett's posse?
No, trochu to
Oh
laguje.
yeah. I heard the shots
Protože to
and I knew I
laguje.
had to move fast.
Obraz. Dávno z dohledu dlouhá.
Garrett and his army of deputies had surrounded the entire
Pičo, to je
homestead.
sprinter, vole.
They're coming from the
I
rear!
decided to help Billy and the boys out a bit. So that's just what I did.
We have one behind them! Covering fire!
Jíha!
As the governor of New Mexico was paying for the kid's apprehension, Garrett was able to hire every gun hand in Lincoln County.
Vole. Body za sestřelení dýní, to je easy, ne vole. Čtvrtky, dneska je čtvrtek, pátek bude na streamu, nebo bude, no. Chtěl jsem zavést, nebo zavedlu tady RetroKoutky, takže budu hrát starší gamesy. Piču. Skvárebo. To je U nebo V? Asi U. No to je U. Pistolník, 2 revolvery a já chci boj zblízka. Asi tohle zavedeme.
Garrett's men were running around like a bunch of chickens with their heads cut off.
Už dobře jsem dostal naložení. Tohle je slépka. Pičo, on je tam.
Still, one of them reached the water tower.
Lazerník. To byl špatný směr.
Watch out! There's one of them! God damn it, he's right behind us! Where the hell's there? Never around when you need it! Come on! Send these some bitches running!
Watch out.
You're dead!
Easy, vole.
Let's do this!
Let's do this.
Still, one of them reached the water tower. Not a bad idea. It would be a turkey shoot from up there.
To byl zásah do gebuzní. Tak. Trochu,
Luckily, these shooters Garrett hired weren't the sharpest tools in the shed.
trochu lepší. Reloadek by to chtělo, no.
Hey! I'll flank him!
Co?
A lot of them were saddle tramps or sod busters or drunken drifters looking to make a few bucks.
Wee, 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 wee.
What? I can't hear you!
I can hear you. Kadečko bude, kadečko, Kingdom Come bude buď příští týden, a nebo za 14 dní, no. Nechci to jako teďka to, protože teďka to streamují všichni a já chápu, že je to nová hra to, ale...
Then, I heard a friendly voice yelling at me from the window. Back door! We'll cover you!
Try aiming, you idiot!
Truth be told, things weren't much better behind the house.
Watch your flank!
I cut their numbers in half, but that just made the ones that were left twice as mad.
Píčo, to je pistoléro. Kurva.
They made up for their lack of skill with a seemingly endless supply of ammo.
Kde je?
Time to die!
Tady je.
It was a bit of a slog, but I finally fought my way around the back of the house. And like that, I was inside, none the worse for wear. I passed Dirty Dave, and upstairs I found Billy and Charlie Bolger.
Billy and Charlie Borger. Billy Kid, výborný střelec.
Billy looked at me and said, "About time, amigo. Grab a gun and get to the window."
Wait, so you were friends with Billy the Kid?
Yeah, sort of. Anyway, we were surrounded by dozens of deputized shooters who wanted to do us harm.
Musím stát do citlivosti.
Worth $500, dead or alive! Some shoot that bastard! It's up all day! Damn you!
Kurva.
Hell, Gary, get you! Spencer won't let you!
I can
Telling you Garrett's
hear
men were
you.
dropping like flies, but they just kept on coming. That's when Charlie got in. They're catching us in a crossfire, shouted Billy. Get to the other side.
Nabím. Easy.
Now you're
Pojeba. Nabíjaj, nabíjaj.
I don't know how many of those cocksuckers I personally put down, but it was pretty clear, even to Billy, that maybe discretion was the better part of valor.
What's that mean?
It means that it was time to cut and run.
No. No to čekej, volat nebudu. Zavolej mi, až Ondra odjede, ne? No jako tady je 30 korun, tak si můžu zajít koupit něco. No. Co tím mám na to říct, jako? No dneska ji rozhodně volat nebudu. Bo mama tady určitě byla, bo jeli autem. Bo tata si šel vyřešit nový řidičák. Takže si myslím, že tady bude víš. Vytrají ho, no. Hlavně až to tak přijdi domů, jo? A pak půjdem do školky. Tak musíš se přebalit, ne? No, tak přijdeš domů, ne? Dobré. Čau. Jaj, more! More bundu! Tady opravuje život bundu. Aha. Třeba dát play, aby to chtěl. Proč nejde kliknout na živě? Já to mrdám, vole. Pič. Dobrý.
They got a Gatlin, Billy shouted. Get the horses and bring them round back. I'll draw their attention. He directed that order at me, and I thought, why the hell do I have to do it? But I went anyway. Dumbass that I was back then.
Pičo. Zmatený jak lesní včela, vole. Stej ho.
Many would have fled in my place. But I had that false sense of invincibility that many young men have. Like Jack here.
What are you saying, old man?
Jack, he's just joshing with you, man.
Yeah, he better be.
Mr. Greaves, please continue.
Please, call me Silas, ma'am. Now,
To byl štítář.
where was I?
You were heading for the barn.
Počkej. Dobrý.
Gonna make you bleed.
Debil.
Right. Making my way past a passel of fallen foes.
Sounds like Garrett hired a whole regiment of hired guns.
Yeah, and just when I thought I was done with them, more of these hapless bastards would pop up.
Dávaj tomu. Hluboko do kapsy pistolník. Já ještě tady to musím potom to.
Finally, I had the stables within my reach. And that's when I met Sheriff Pat Garrett.
I read that you went toe-to-toe with him, sir. That backstabbing bastard with that tacked-on tin star.
Ty vole. Pohledný, ty pičo, v čem byl pohledný?
You challenged him to a showdown.
You read that in a dime novel?
It said he showed no fear as he took your measure with eyes like a rattlesnake.
Showtime! To jsem nikdy nepochopil, tohleto. Jo, mezerník. Trošku důle. To je moc, kurva. To je moc. Stiskni. Nestihl jsem to. Moje chyba, sorry. Mám se.
And that you killed him in a fair fight.
Is that what that penny dreadful said? No, boy.
No,
that ain't what I
boy.
meant when I said I met Pat Garrett. So let me start again.
Ty vole.
I finally reached those damn stables.
Vraťme se zpět v kole času. Dnes.
And stepped inside, and
Prá.
last thing I heard was Garrett's voice. That's not Billy.
And go on, how did it end?
And, boy, that was just the beginning.
No. 2 ze 3. Čestě zabít. Já jsem pičus, to jsem dal. Já jsem si to nepřečetl. Nevadí.
So what happened? Did Garrett arrest you?
Yeah, after I came to, the bastard had clocked me with his Colt.
And the kid surrendered?
When he realized there was no getting out of there alive,
So they locked you up in Lincoln?
indeed they did. Sentenced me to hang right along with the kid.
Načítání. Tadadadadum. Stiskni Enter.
It's important to know that I was only riding with Billy so I could find the bastard I was after. He was with John Kinney's gang, and they were sworn enemies of Billy's regulators.
Why were you after him?
I owed that son of a bitch a bullet for what he had done to me and mine. Instead, all I got for myself was a goddamn death sentence. Luckily, it was right around then that I heard Billy make his move. He shot Jim Bell and a few other guards as he made his getaway. Later, they wrote that some lady friend planted a pistol for him in the privy. What the papers didn't say is that Billy helped me escape too.
Ty vole.
My first order of business was finding a firearm. Luckily, I located Deputy Bob Ollinger's mean-ass shotgun.
Shotgun. A má to po piči.
I saw Billy through the window, and he yelled that I should take to the rooftops to make my escape. So I did.
Anybody see Billy? That little son of a bitch shot Jim Bell!
The kids escaped raised a huge ruckus. Hell yeah. That scatter gun was like a double-barreled howitzer.
Good job.
It could blow a man clear off his feet. You hardly had to aim the damn thing. Guards were everywhere looking for him.
Team fallen.
Can't let the kid get away!
Oh my god!
Anybody see him?
Anybody home?
I had to jump from roof to roof like a damn alley cat. I followed the planks
Spell
where I
fun.
could, but some of that wood was slippery as hell. The whole town was up in arms. Suddenly, I was a fugitive.
How the hell did the kid escape? Garrett's gonna kick our ass! I can't have gotten far! Gotta be around here somewhere.
To je pičus, vole. On tam spadl. Tak je to kár. Mrkneme se, jak to běží. Já mám 360, no. Mně se nevyplatí asi upgradeovat. Možná tak procák novej, no. O tom přemýšlím, no. Že bych si
So that bastard you were after,
zahnal.
what did he
ale to-
do?
He did me and my family a grievous harm. But I knew if I was ever gonna find him, I would need to get my ever-loving ass out of there. I tried to be stealthy and sneak my way past.
This town doesn't have a moment's peace.
We're gonna be in deep
But
shit.
hell, if they weren't all waiting for me.
Ču.
Apparently, some of them thought I was
Vole,
Billy.
You
more.
hooligans can go to hell.
Zásah do hlavy. Ty žebroto. Ty žebroto.
See, me and the kid shared a certain similarity in build and color.
To střílím slepo,
I
no.
was just glad I had Deputy Bob's mean-ass shotgun.
Surrender yourself!
They're shooting in the street.
Show yourself, coward! I don't get paid enough for this!
Tururu.
Hermano, amigo!
Tady máš, amigo. Díně pádu.
Get your headstone!
There's children here.
Tady na children.
So much lead was whizzing by my head, it was like everyone in
Píská to
Lincoln wanted to
všude.
put me in the ground. I knew I needed
Čekám
to
na
find
káce
a
zatím.
horse. So I never did have a great fondness for
Zatím,
those
jako co jsem
four-legged
viděl videa,
grassy,
tak jako můžu říct, že dobrý.
smelly, sweaty, ungrateful beasts. Price them too high, if you ask me.
No.
You won't get away with this! I've got this!
I got this. No. Podkova štěstí. Udělej si cestu. Kudma, vole. Uhu. Tady je žebř, vole. Jako na tu dobu. Mrknem se schválně, jo. Call of Juarez. Slinger. Datum vydání. Ta hra vyšla v květnu 2013.
Downtown's going to hell in a handbasket.
Put your hands up in the
But where
air,
was the
put your hands
kid
up
while you were
in
busy
the
getting
air,
shot
put your
at?
hands up.
Gone. And that's when it occurred to me why Billy set me free.
In the air, put your hands up in the air.
Extra decency?
So I could be a hapless decoy and draw attention while he snuck out of town.
Chytář. More.
Keep shooting. I don't mind.
I knew if I made it out of there in one piece, no one would put a price on my head.
Debil.
Because everybody in Lincoln would be dead?
No, because they all thought
Dude,
I
you're
was
shitting,
Billy,
huh?
and all that blame would fall on him. Meanwhile, Deputy Bob Ollinger was organizing a posse to put me down.
Easy.
He was already a mean son of a bitch, but he was doubly pissed that I stole his mean-ass shotgun. Anyway, it was me or them, and the only way forward led me straight to perdition. But the cards were dealt, and I had no choice but to play it.
Deep shit when that gets back.
To co jsem zondal?
Get the women off the street.
Arm yourselves!
Stop him. How the hell did he get away? Surrender yourself.
Prdele.
I'll flank it.
Do prdele. Moje nohy. Tamhle. Sjebu ti z dálky, vole.
Don't let him get away. Deep shit with that gets back.
Pičo. Co to tady lítá ze všech stran, vole.
We can take him.
Přece tam nikoho nevidím.
Kill him.
Takže asi co říct, co?
What are you, yellow? Don't let him get away. You can't hide forever.
Finally, I found what I was looking for. The stables on the edge of town.
I guess Billy saved your ass, taking out Bob Ollinger the way he did.
Ba ba
Billy
ba.
didn't kill Bob.
Sure he did. He dispatched him right after he shot Deputy Bell.
No, sir. Because Bob came right up behind me, angry as hell that Billy had lit out. Hello, Bob, I said.
Hello, Bob.
I think you better let me go. And he says, I don't think so, boy. Not with my shotgun. So we stood there in the middle of the street, eyeball to eyeball. He intended to kill me, and I knew I had no choice but to defend myself.
Tak, to jsi kokot? Já jsem ho netrefil. To mě pojeb. Šel jsem po zbraní jako první a stejně jsem ho netrefil, chápeš to? Jsem měl nějakou rozjebanou přesnost, ne? To je peča.
I killed him in a fair fight. Everybody saw I had no damn choice. Well,
Neměl jsem
Lincoln
jistotu,
got
že bych
him
ho
like
trefil.
depopulated that day. Pat Garrett gunned down Billy 3 months later, so his escape was all for naught anyway.
Ty vole.
So where'd you go after Lincoln?
Mexico. Until I realized nobody was looking for me. I ended up taking a job at the Rurales.
The Mexican Ruales?
I was hired to help them track down the cowboys.
The most vicious outlaw gang in Cochise County? Curly Bill Brocious? Johnny Ringo?
Led by old man Clanton himself.
They must have paid you a pretty penny to take them hombres on.
Not really. But truth be told, I had my own reasons for going after those boys.
Enter.
So was the bastard you were after now riding with the cowboys?
Roscoe Bob Bryant was his name.
Oh.
But no, this time it was a different bastard I was after. The aforementioned Mr. Ringo. And yes, he was working for old man Clanton.
Yada yada.
Where's he going?
I came upon them robbing a stagecoach, which wasn't surprising, being they were such murderous thieves and bastards. The bandits wore red scarves, so I knew they worked for the old man.
Over there! There!
I did my best to help those poor passengers.
Ty vole, jenom za 50.
Moments later, the attackers were dead, and I checked the stagecoach to see how many passengers were still breathing. None. It was then I wondered if the rocks weren't hiding more bandits. Was that all of them? Or did I just hit the rear guard? I quickly got my answer. They attacked from on high like Apaches often did. They would appear in great numbers from above and rain down lead on their hapless enemies' heads. Making use of the high ground and whatever else they had. Yep, the Apaches always appeared out of nowhere, and there never seemed to be an end to them.
Hold on. Were you attacked by Apaches?
Apaches?
What happened to the cowboys?
Did I say they were Apaches? I said Clanton's cowboys attacked me Apache style. I was in a pitched battle, but I was holding my own against an overwhelming enemy force. See, at the time, I was still pretty green and would often blunder into regrettable situations. but I just kept shooting at anything I could see up in those damn rocks.
Hluboko do kapsy.
I didn't see Ringo, but I knew he was with the cowboys. He and Roscoe Bob had done me a dreadful wrong, and I was determined to have my revenge. But to get to Ringo, I knew I'd have to fight my way past these other assholes first.
Kunda. Kunda. Prostě nevím.
Stand and fight, you coward! Turns out he's yellow! He's getting away!
Unfortunately, I was running out of ammo.
Co?
Another perfect example of my relative inexperience as a hunter of men. I immediately knew that a tactical retreat was called for, as my vengeful fury was much less impressive without the bullets to back it up.
Shoot that running son of a bitch!
Finally, they managed to corner me.
Čo?
Trapped as I was, the odds of my survival seemed pretty slim. Luckily, serendipity was on my side as I suddenly spotted a way out of my predicament.
Kdo uteče, vyhraje, vole.
I ran ahead as if the devil himself was after me.
To je mi
Bullets were
jasné.
whizzing by my ears, but I wasn't about to roll over and die. I just kept running like there was no tomorrow. Because there wouldn't be if Clanton and his men caught up with me. As I was scurrying around those caves, I thought, what was I thinking? Going up against a gang like this.
Utíkej, honíčeko. Tvor divokej.
I just kept running, not knowing where the hell I
Tvor
was going.
divokej.
And that's when something miraculous happened. Like manna from heaven. I found the desiccated remains of what looked like an Apache warrior. The old weapon next to him supplied me with some much-needed ammunition. That Masterson once told me it was more important to be lucky than good. And he would know.
Pojď je naknedlit všechny.
And imagine
Oh,
my
dynamite.
surprise when I found a fistful of dynamite to go along with that ammo. That stroke of good fortune evened the odds and bolstered my confidence. It was time to turn the tables. Time for the prey to become the predator.
Ty pičo,
Time
trefil
for the
jsem ho
hunted
do
to
hlavy.
become the hunted. Time.
All right, Jesus, we get it. They were right where you wanted them.
That's right, Jack. I was done running. The old man's boys were not expecting that. No, sir. I came at them like a wildcat. My fury knew no bounds.
Ty přebiju, vole, ne.
No one will ever fight you here!
Prej zasah do hlavy.
Where's he going? Keep fucking running! Dynamite!
It was finally time for that old man to
Wow.
pay for his sins.
Show yourself, coward!
Kulometný žou, vole.
I yelled out at the top of my lungs, Clanton, I'm coming for you! A little stealth might have made more sense, to be perfectly honest. Because that old fool had a Gatling gun and enough bullets to last him till kingdom come.
No,
But I knew I could not let that deter me.
Kde je? Tam je.
Not if I was to find and kill Ringo. I needed to get that old man off that gun.
Nestihl jsem to přeběhnout, měl jsem se tam krejt. Moje chyba. Já jsem ale pičus, vole.
Let me tell you, that was the longest uphill climb of my entire damn life. Well, one of the longest. There was that one time I was pursuing Frank James, Jesse James's brother.
Jesse James?
Perhaps we could talk about that one later. Now, where was I? Right. I had old man Clan in my sights.
What a piece of crap!
Už jsem tady. Ty debilku. Aha. Nevím, kam mám běžet, jako.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
Hoši, hoši. Trošku ty ten, vole. To si děláš prdel, ne? Kurva. Zas tam běžet celé znova. Dobrý. Já nevidím přes ty čuráky tam, vole. Do píčí. Aha. Běžíš úplně na opačnou stranu třeba teď, vole. Co by mě jeblo, vole. Nemám dynamit, píčo. Abych ho ustřílel. Že ten to otáčí, vole, jak? Ten to otáčá. Já si nemůžu vzít ani nápoje, nic, vole. Píčo, on střílí jak jeblej, vole. Píčo, já tam nevidím, on jak se rozběhne, on běží strašně rychle, vole. Kokot, píčo, dřevěný.
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
Držeš ty dřepnou? prdele, vole! Už mám na to nervy, pičo, na tu hru. Kurvenou, vole, vyjebanou, starou. Mrtvinu. Pičo, nevzal ten. Jako jak ho mám ustřílet, vole. Když nemám dynamit. Protože jsem si ho nevzal. Nebo spíš vzal, ale vyjebal jsem ho. Nemám dynamit, vole.
Can't hide from dynamite. These are good men you're killing. You one stupid zombie. Damn, I gotta reload. Goddamn boat. Why are you so afraid to face me, huh?
Tak se špí... Pičus. Vole, já nemám ten dynamit, jak to mám udělat, vole, když
Most everyone thought it was the Ruales who had come up against him in Guadalupe Canyon, but it was just me.
Tam není za co se schovat. On tě rozstřelí na hovno. Já ho nemám čím trefit, vole, nemám ho jak zabít. Nemám jak, protože nemám dynamit, který jsem vyprcal tam na ty dva čuráky. Já jsem ho netrefil jako ani jednou, mi chci říct teďka, jo? Já nemám šanci se tady otočit, protože to je tak rychle, že on se prostě nestihne tak rychle otočit, abych se otočil rychle zpátky. Potřebuju vzít ty náboje, vole, skurvené. Ne, nemám dynamit, abych to tam hodil. A to trefuješ hlavu, to netrefuješ. To netrefuješ jeho, ale... ten kulomet. No, teď jsem ho trefil.
Apparently, one of the cowboys made it out of there alive. and told Ike and Billy Quentin that it wasn't a Mexican who took their father's life that day. They just assumed it was one of the Earps, and that little misunderstanding eventually led to that legendary gunfight at the OK Corral.
No. Hned jsem tu čet. Čet, nachystám oběd a hned jsem tu, jo. Jsem tu. Už jdeme na to, omlouvám se, chystal jsem oběd.
A few weeks after that dust up at the OK Corral, I was still after Johnny Ringo. I had tracked him and the cowboys to their hideout at a sawmill, and they were loaded for bear.
Fakt, ale jebe už.
So, what exactly did Johnny Ringo do to piss you off?
Well, him and that other bastard.
Roscoe Bob Bryant?
Yep.
Yep.
They both deserve to die, and I promise I'll tell you why. But first I need to tell you about the Cowboys' new boss, Curly Bill Brocious.
Get ready, boys.
Curly Bill took charge of the Cowboys upon the old man's demise. And after that gunfight at the OK Corral, the Clantons wanted revenge. So they murdered Morgan Earp and grievously wounded his older brother, Virgil.
Ty debil.
Is it?
Wyatt and Doc went on what became known as the Vendetta Ride, hunting those outlaws down. So when I showed up, that's who they thought I was.
Z dálky. Jako celkem by se mi hodili náboje. Nemám to.
There were killers around every corner, all wearing red bandanas.
To nebyla
That's how the
hlava?
Cowboys identified each other. I was beginning to wish I had one myself.
Get out of here! Time to
Máma vás naučila nevystrčit.
But I wasn't about to let Ringo walk away unscathed. And that's what drove me forward.
They say that Ringo was infernally fast.
Hardly saw anyone faster, boy. Certainly not Wyatt Earp. That man was all hat and no cattle.
Earp wasn't much of a match for him, but Doc Holliday might have taken him.
That lunger should have kept his nose out of it. They never charged anyone for the murder of Morgan Earp.
But everybody knew that Curly shot him in the back. That was common knowledge.
Yeah, maybe so. But Ringo had nothing to do with it. He
DJ,
was just being
spilma
loyal
shit.
to a friend.
Čet, mě by zajímalo.
Is that
No.
what you call it? Being loyal. Well, to get to that loyal friend, I had to pass by some buzzsaws as big as a man.
Jestli to jako samo přepsalo hru. Nevím. Píče, kde je ta auta? Studio YouTube a mi to stáhlo. Nevím, nebudu zase bourat. Jedem, streamujeme, hrajem. Škoda, že nejdu dělat skluze.
Excuse me, sir. I have a question.
What's that, Dwight?
After old man Clanton died, why didn't his son take over the Cowboys?
Because Ike Clanton
Cowboys.
was dumber than a box of rocks and a yellow belly to boot.
To jak jsem tady prošprintoval. Tady bude další skurvený boss fight.
Taking down the entire cowboy gang
A honka s tím debilem.
single-handed.
Indeed I was, Jack.
Vymatač ulic. Já nevím, čím střílím, jestli střílím, vole.
Put some holes in them! Beep it!
Píče. Tolik zbytečně vystřelených nábojů.
Though it wasn't easy, as those boys had good cover.
Cover. Dobrý cover mají. A tož to? To jsem musel trefit, vole. To nejsem snad taky jelí to, ne? Beru zpět. Tak teda jsem. Nechme mi přebít aspoň. Machruje, že mám taky dva, vole. Debila. Nevím odkud.
There were carts everywhere, piles of lumber, and God knows what else for people to hide behind. That really was one hell of a sawmill. Quite an impressive operation.
Tak, vole, co ty střely? Aha. Ničeho. Co? Udělalo
Where
se
was
samo.
Curly Bill? Did you see him?
I'm about to get to that,
Moment,
Ben.
dá se tě poslat
Patience.
ten odkaz na Twitch, teda na YouTube, že jo? Víš to, more? Neposlal jsem. Výlet, poslat. Tak. To mě pojeb, kurva, zas to nejde do píčí. Ocas. Tak, to by šlo. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy, hotov son. Easy. Čau. Hotové, 20. Oj, ty pičo, to jsem
I'm
mal.
painting a picture here. There was this beautiful waterfall and a crystal
Puška,
clear stream
brokovnice.
that led to a verdant valley that was truly,
Consider your picture painted. What happened next?
well, finally the bastards that were still alive made a last stand.
Jako brokovnice, nemám zájem. O tvojí prdel nemám zájem. Já jsem dole. Tady jak se rozběhneš, vole, a on jak běží jak kokot. S prominutím. Jak mu podjedou ty galusky. Tak on to prostě netradne. To je debil, vole, že? To je debil. Jak mu podjedou galusky, vole, tak on to prostě nevybere a sjede tam dolů ten pičus. Starý. Už jsem se zase viděl na zemi. Běhá tady jak žebrák, vole. More, tak aby ho to porantalo do rána. Ne, nelze to tudy. Tak to vezmem tudno. Ty pičo, už jsem se zase viděl na zemi.
Curly Bill, Johnny
Díky.
Ringo, and his compadres took off into the lumber yard.
Je, tady
and I
bude
followed
naháněčka s tím debilem. No už je tam, dívej se, more. Ten píčo, co má sombrero svražené až po kokot. No to by mě pojebalo. Došla káva, nechce se mi stávat. Vole, jebu to. Že já mám zase všechno
Are you
porážet.
saying they ran? Cowardice was
Puška.
not in Ringo nor Curly Bill's nature.
Puška.
No, sir. I
Oi.
never said they were running scared.
Oj,
They just wanted me out in
more,
the open.
naháněčka mezi paletama, dívej se. To je debil. Tam běží strejdo. Pryč zasah do hlavy, trefil jsem ho do boku, more. Běží Marikundus. Moribun. Hoši. Já nemám zase tolik nábojů, abych se tu s váma přestřeloval, vole. Tam běžel. Co si hraješ na bolta? Mám rychlejší pušky, more. Wow. Aha. Trošku citem. Do prdele. Kde? Here you are. Tady běžel. Záda! To je debil. Piče.
Brocious
Debil.
gave me no choice but to take his life. But Ringo was nowhere to be found.
I knew you didn't kill Ringo, because he was found dead in a different location altogether.
Tak to je
To this day,
kár.
his killer
Ahoj,
is still
kámoš.
unknown.
Kým si
Indeed.
píšeš? S nikým.
Took me a few months
Kámo,
before I finally tracked his
poslal
ass
jsem
to West
odkazy na-
Turkey Creek Canyon.
Twitch a na YouTube. Kámoš. Nevím ani co píšeš, protože mi to neukazuje ani ten chat pojebaný. A tady to je. Já však jsem ho trefil do hlavy, on si tady bude hrát na pistolníka. Tak co je to za kára? Tohle nesnáším.
That's incredible, sir.
Počkej,
I always
more.
thought that Doc Holliday was the one that killed him.
More, more, more. 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 Pičo, to lítá, vole, jak... Uaaaa!
Sorry I
Nečestně
had to
jsem ho
ruin the legend
trefil.
for you, boy.
Tak
But
seš
the legend
pičus,
ain't
more,
always true.
že jsem ho nečestně trefil.
Doc Holliday had nothing to do with the death of Johnny Ringo.
Nečestně zabitý. Nevadí. V té době to bylo jedno.
I was paid a healthy bounty for Ringo and Curly Bill, and realized there was real money to be made. That's why I went after Henry Plummer.
Už, more.
Now, wasn't he the sheriff who augmented his income by shaking down miners and robbing gold shipments?
That's the one.
Oh, yeah, I remember him. He ran that gang of thieving outlaws called the Innocents.
So it's true that you went toe-to-toe with him?
Indeed I did, son. Indeed I did.
Dýrány. Ale hovno.
I knew I needed resources if I was going to track down Roscoe Bob Bryant, and hunting Plummer looked like a good way to get rich quick. As the local vigilantes exposed him as the leader of the bandits, and put a generous price on his head. Plummer rallied his gang to plunder one last gold mine before making their escape, and that's where I thought I'd find him.
Najdi vchod. Dolů. To bude tunel Blanka, ne vole. Ještě jak on běží jak...
It makes me nervous standing so close to all these goddamn barrels of gunpowder. Why would you be nervous?
On běží jak debil. Prostě si nemůžu pomoct.
As long as you don't light up a cigar, we're fine. Besides, George is up there on the rocks with that rifle of his.
As my late father pointed out to me more than once, God made men. Samuel Colt made them equal.
Já tak jedu. Aha, on je tam nahoře, vole. A já ho hledám, pičo, kde je? Bum, 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 bum. Nemám náboje, more. Jenom 6? Jen 6? Oh,
I knew that dynamite wasn't mine, so I decided the polite thing would be to return it. It was the biggest gold rush since Sutter's Mill in '48. Unfortunately, prospectors weren't the only ones drawn to those riches. There were thieves and killers, robbing travelers and hijacking gold shipments.
I'm putting you down.
Zas já, vole.
Like those that ran with Plummer. Some were just regular folks I knew from town, drawn by greed and easy pickings. Charlie Crow, the blacksmith. James, who worked in the stable. Sam and Jeremiah Barber, the butcher's sons. Ordinary citizens who lived a double life. Stealing and thieving and murdering their neighbors.
Wow. Direkt běží, more.
Of course, the rest were veterans of the Civil War.
To nebylo do hlavy.
Stone cold killers trained on the bloody fields of Shiloh and Antietam.
To nebylo do očí.
Dangerous, desperate individual. Plummer had a lot of men on his payroll. A hell of a lot. That son of a bitch pretended to protect the public with one hand while stealing them blind with the other. He set up a defensive perimeter which I had no idea how to breach.
Put that moron out of his misery.
A pak nemám job, když umředu, more.
Damn ears are ringing. You can't fake the innocence. I can't hear you.
I was outnumbered and in way over my head, but I was too damn stubborn and stupid to realize it. They must have thought I was touched. Or had some kind of death wish, seeing that there were barrels of gunpowder everywhere.
Watch out for the goddamn gunpowder!
One stray bullet, one stray spark, and I'd be blown to hell and gone. Did I have any second thoughts about what I was doing? I thought I was some kind of hero.
Dám si snack nějaký potom. Ty koko. Někdo na ovacasu mi píše. Odnesu si taléř. Tak. Ještě se loknem. A jdem.
I finally made it past and headed on to meet my destiny. But first, I had something I needed to figure out.
Tady je ten skurvený souboj.
I had a few ideas on how to get into that mine, but once I made my decision,
On po
I
tebe
knew there
bude
was no
házet
turning
dynamit
back.
z hora.
So my first thought was to enter the nearest mine portal.
Si
I
myslím.
saw an entrance. Made sense.
Sorry.
It was the quickest way in, but that also made it more dangerous, as there would undoubtedly be enemy pickets posted along the way.
Pičo, jsem ho netrefil, more.
Show yourself, coward! You're dead!
Tak kurva, co je? Jasný, no.
Get out here!
Jo, tady je vole schovaný.
Now you're really pissing
Ten mr...
Besides, once you enter a mine like that, it's easy to get all turned around.
Get over here! To je úplně na haraboj.
And that confusing maze of corridors wouldn't even be the worst thing.
Pičo, jsem
Some
ho
of those
trefil.
shafts could be as deep as hell.
To jsou dobrý. Sportovec. Pomoc.
A single stumble or misstep can easily end in a deadly plunge to oblivion.
Přeber to. Děkuji. Hlava, ramena, kolena, palce. Tu něco? Aha. Sudy, mora. Hoří, hordí, harpická hospoda. Herbatý hrozen.
Quick reflexes often make up for a lack of common sense. Luckily, I was never one to be easily bushwhacked. I would just need to be careful not to blow myself to Kingdom Come.
To Kingdom Come Deliverance.
With all that gunpowder and dynamite everywhere, a body has to know what he's shooting at. All it takes is one tiny spark, and boom.
To byl pták ojoják, vole, takzvaný. Motherfucker. Bacha, je tady všude dynamit! More, tak prosím nestřílejte.
One wrong bullet could have turned that mine into a dad-blasted tomb.
No.
I freely admit that my plan of attack was not just moronic, but clearly insane.
Debil.
It's a good thing that I abandoned that ridiculous plan before I even tried it.
Já myslím, že uhne sám, vole. Ne, on čeká, až na něj spadne vůzek.
Instead,
To si
I
děláš
spotted a
dobře.
ladder, a way into the mine from
Už
the
jsem
opposite
myslel, že
side.
tam půjdu znova. Jo. Jo.
It was a long way
Tady je
around,
žebřík,
but
ty
that
debile.
approach seemed more sensible at the time. Of course, being
Ty
I had a
debile.
problem with heights, that scaffolding scared
Ranger
the bejesus out of me.
Legendární zbraň od to? Ještě tady nemám, vole. 2 body potřebuju.
Climbing down that ladder required some caution. Because even though I had a younger man's reflexes, no man
Young
can
man
dodge a damn
reflexes?
bullet while climbing down a rickety ladder.
Tak ty seš dobrý káro.
I needed to make a leap of faith. Which ain't easy when you're suspended between heaven and hell.
To je
I was
pičus.
determined not to give up, however.
To je pičus. To bylo hned jasné, že to praskne, ne, vole.
As Sheriff Plummer seemed quite the despicable character.
Náboje, more.
When the vigilantes discovered what the sheriff was up to, people were outraged. That 10,000 they put on his head would go a long way to helping me find old Bob.
Krev cákající.
And I had made it my mission to settle that score come hell or high water.
Já nechápu, že mě musí vždycky střelit nejdřív. Tady ty Ranger 6. Ne. Nemáme zájem.
I would have to make a choice.
Já
Take
jsem
the
smrt.
elevator or climb the ladder.
Nemáme zájem. To je
I
debil.
wanted to use the element of surprise. Plus, I figured I could use the exercise.
Čet, dojedem tady toho bose a pro dnešek ende. Zítra bude stream taky později. Poněvadž zítra musím odvést syna bábíčce. Takže... Jaj, more, ten výtah je důle. Takže musíme zase důle. A prostě musíme důle. Aha, tak vole, zase musím nahoru. Tak more. Co to zkouší ta hra na mě? Že to zkoušaj? Aha. More.
Plummer was a mad dog killer, and the people of Nevada City deserved better.
Nevada City. Well, I thought Plummer met his maker in Bannock, Montana.
Nevidím ho, more.
Well, he was
Tam
the
ho.
sheriff of both places at one time or another, but that's neither here
Spadl
nor
důle.
there.
Spadl jsem důle. Nic, chat, necháme to. Necháme to teda na zítra, zítra dáme taky retro. Prostě pátky. Jasný. Čtvrtek, pátek bude prostě retro. A pak se uvidí, no. Jako zavedem to, uvidíme, jestli to bude šlapat a... Když ne, tak ne, no. Zatím se mějte a zdarec lidí.